So this is how you do the Term LB illustration here, Term LB presentation. And by the way, and anytime you guys have questions, kind of like Irene, just ask me, please, just ask me. So I'll say, all right, so I'll say, let me show you what we use our search engine for. Okay, I'm transferring into that. Now that you know what we do as a company, let me show you what we use our search engine for. One of the first products we use our search engine for is something called the Term LB. I'm pretty sure you heard of this product, correct, Mel?
No.
No? Okay, perfect. That means it's going to give me more room to train Violetta since you don't know about it yet. So term is represented by three words. It's the cheapest coverage that comes with a contract. It has two positives. One thing about our company that I love is we tell you all the negatives, okay? So let me give you for an example here, something that will help you out, but at the same time train Violetta. How young are you again?
34.
34. Awesome. By the way, I'm 33. That means you're my ate, right?
Yeah.
My mana, right? Is that how we do it?
Mana.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, so we call you mana, you know? My nene. So in this policy, you're able to pick 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, or 30 years. Which one do you feel works best for you and your family? Do you want life insurance coverage for the shortest amount of time or the longest amount of time?
Longest.
Longest. Okay, cool. I like that. So from 34, you'll have life insurance till the age of 64. Now coverage, I don't know if you know how they do it. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. How much coverage are you supposed to have currently to make sure your family's properly covered? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
No? Okay. To keep it basic, you do live in California. It's a pretty ridiculously expensive state. Even like ice cream nowadays is like $14, and all you do is get half a bite, right? That's not eats the rest. So you take $500,000, multiply it by the number of beneficiaries, and that will equal how much coverage you should get. In your case, how many people are you looking to put on as your beneficiaries if something were to happen to you?
Dang.
5. And me, right? 6.
What?
So no. So 5. So that means you'll need 2.5 million of coverage. Now, how do we figure out your pricing? It's very simple. We use something called the SASH profile to figure out what your quote will be. So, sex is female, age 34. Do you smoke?
No.
So non-smoker, and you look extremely healthy. So there you go. So the best way for me to be able to train Violetta, pause, check this note out. I keep going back to Violetta. Okay? The best way for me to train Violetta is to show you a live example of what it will look like for you and your family. And I don't even give them a chance, I just already go into it. Careful for you guys that have a privacy screen, I actually have to take mine off, okay? Because I broke it. But even if I didn't break it, I had to take it off. Why? Because you wouldn't be able to see it, you know? So I say, see, the way our company quotes our clients is now it's a public access. All you do is, you type in Trans America Mobile Cells. And right here, you can click on it, and boom, it pops up, the Transamerica app. And what I'll do from here, I'll say, now watch this. With the client, it facing them. Well, I can't do that. We'll sit at home and practice it. From what I know is, you can never click the actual button because this view distorts the pressing. So the way I know this, by the way, this is from practicing. I don't press exactly on top because if you notice, from my view, I think I'm hitting it, but I'm not. I actually did. What I do is I push on top of it. From my view, it looks like I'm pushing on top, but I'm actually hitting it. Right? So I'll do this. All right, Mel. So I'm going to run a quote for you. Oh, okay. It's going to be a quote and say, all right, so Mel Ortiz. It's good that I remember the first and last name. She doesn't even have to tell me. Say, okay. California. Female, don't go through the date of birth and all that stuff. Just age, 34. Preferred plus. It looks like the best rating that we're able to give you. Where's my video button? On this application is 2 million coverage. Done. Run quote.
2.5 is too high.
2.5 is too high. Oh, I put 2 million though. Face amount to, oh, I put 20 million, that's why. Just kidding.
$1,200.
I know. Oops.
Cheap coverage.
Don's like, yes, 20 million.
For me.
Why would I put 200 million now? Anyway, let me put it real quick. So, there you go, done. Run quote. Anyway, I click run quote. Okay, so I click run quote and I say, let me show you 30 years. There's only 131.58. So this is your live example. I just wanted her to see it. So now, 131.58. So let me explain the entire product to you. Why am I so repetitious? 4 characteristics for a quality message. SCSR. What is SCSR? Size, clarity, specificity, and repetition. Size. How big is the story? Protecting your family. Do you really think $2 million is enough to cover the college accounts, the house? What about the income you bring home? It's going to be completely gone. What about the time they're going to need for grievance? What's the size of this? Clarity. Are any of my explanations a long message? Clarity is, how short can you get the message to be, though the message is delivered? Let me explain to you term LB, and they do all this stuff. Very small example, very clear. Clarity doesn't mean specific, that's a different one. Clarity means, can you get all the value across within a small message? Why do you think I have a lot of you speak only 5 minutes on the conference call? I have a lot to say. Well, tell us in 5 minutes. It practices your clarity. Some of us, we take way too long to explain. That's not good. So, clarity. Specificity. Are you lying to the client, or are you legitimately telling them everything? Okay? Repetition. If you notice, here, and then, now watch this. So Mel, this is a policy where it's 131.58. Your family's going to get $2 million coverage, because we weren't able to get the 2.5. And since you picked 30 years, the coverage goes for 30 years, but I want to make sure I disclose to you, once you hit 64 years old, plus 1 second, all the money you put in disappears. And all the coverage disappears. What does that make? What's the first thing you think when you hear this?
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. What's the first thing you feel?
It's useless.
Okay. What's really the decision you're going to make now that you know all this?
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Because of that, that's the reason why they added. Oops. Because of that, that's the reason why they added the LB, which stands for living benefits. See, the living benefits lets you know that if you get critically ill, chronically ill, or terminally ill, it allows you to use up to 100% of the life insurance as a living benefit. Now let's ask you the question again. Now what does this make you think of?
I would rather get this than that.
Right. How does it also make you feel having something like this?
Peace of mind?
Right. Has it changed your decision from before?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are 3 magic questions. Look, nobody wants to buy. In fact, people want to outsmart the salesman all the time. Perfect. Let me give you all the bad stuff. Let me have you say no. Let me feel like you won. Now let me close you. I do that every single time. You not getting any money back and you not getting any coverage. What does that make you think? I think that's horrible. How does it make you feel? Same thing, I feel horrible. What decision did you just make now that you saw that? I've decided I don't want it. I agree with you. That's why they added something called living benefits. If you get critically ill, chronically ill, or terminally ill, they allow you to use up to 100% of this money while you're alive. What if we want to increase the size of this message? What do? I give a story to it. How often do you increase the size of this message? Did this side note help? Just let you know, in everything I say, I think, what is the quality of the message I just delivered? What if you just say this with no story? What is the quality of the message? The low quality. How repetitious are you at repeating this? Are you with me?
Yes.
So, now that she said, well, I say, so now what do you think about it?
Oh, that's definitely helpful.
Right, and now how does it make you feel?
I feel better purchasing a product that will help, that'll benefit me too in the long run.
Right, not just your kids in a Ferrari, right?
I wish.
And let's be honest, knowing that it's like this now, what different type of decision would you make about this product?
I'll forget it.
Yep. Here's the thing though, okay? Here's the thing though, okay? We don't do business on the first visit. So if by the end of all of it, you still do wanna get it, we'll talk about it. But I just wanna do this for training purposes, cause Violetta wanted me to be here to show you it. I just needed you to say you wanted it. Once you say that, I say, well, here's the thing. We don't do business on the first visit, and really a lot of this was because I wanted to make sure I trained Violetta, and I'm also happy you got a benefit out of it. That's it. Cool stuff?
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
Yes.
Cut the recording. That was Thermo.